And we're live. Yes, we are back with another Sunday's listening sesh, and tonight's guest is not new to Sunday's listening sesh. We did one for him and Impromptu MC's project called Stanky and Clutch. This is him solo. He goes by TomCat, and this album is called Power of Nothingness. Don't mind the word "the" that I've messed up on the overlay here. It's Power of Nothingness. TomCat came out a couple days ago. Also no soundboard for listening sesh. But we got Gacky in the chat room. TomCat checking in from Australia, bro. What up? What up? How you feeling?
Sunday, how are you, bro? I'm excellent, brother. How are you?
I'm good, man. This one is an exciting one. I'm honored to be featured on this project, but I don't know. The first thing, we'll jump straight into it. People know you.
Sure.
People know you, and we'll get to know you more as we.
Hey, can I jump in? Are we showing up on the screen? I'm trying to get the Twitch going on my end because you just started the new session.
That's right. Yeah, the Twitch is up. We're up. We're both. You should see it. You should see us.
I'll see it in a second, I'm sure.
Yeah, Gacky says it looks. Yeah.
It's good. All right. Oh yeah, I'm tuned into the new one now. All right, peace.
For sure, man. TomCat from Australia. It's Sunday over there. It's Saturday over here in the States. So we are time traveling to get this thing done. I love it. Let's see. I think we always start with just what brought this thing about, this project. Was there any particular thought, or is it just a collection of time to start collecting more music and putting out an album? Or, you know, what's kind of behind the Power of Nothingness physically, not thematically and contextually, because obviously we'll get to that, but
okay. Yeah, sure. It was inspired in a sense by the Stanky and Clutch album, because I usually produce all my own work, and I had so much fun working with Pyrus and Impromptu on the Stanky and Clutch album, and having Pyrus do all the work behind the scenes on the beats and stuff like that. And I was really just doing the producer role of gluing it all together. And I had so much fun there that I wanted to take a step back from the production in that sense, but also it gave me a chance to work with other people. And there's a couple of joints on here by Dolphin Jones, who I've been a fan of for a long time. But again, like, you don't reach out to other producers when you produce your own stuff a lot of the time. Just Jared's on here. He's probably the only person that's ever made a beat on my album that wasn't my own beat. So Just Jared's a beast.
Does he have an Instagram or something that we could shoot people over to?
Yeah. He actually doesn't have a lot of music. But he's massive on Instagram. He sells beat packs and he sells samples and stuff like that. He makes his own. He's a mad drummer, a mad beat maker. He kicks it on the sampler and does some amazing work. I think it's just Jared. I think that's all it is.
That's all it is.
Social media.
I'm trying to pull it.
I'll link it in later. He did Purgatory. Hang on, give me 30 seconds. I'll tell you. I'm pretty sure it's JUST JARED.
Just Jared Beats. Just Jared Beats.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So check him out if you're tuning in on Instagram at JUSTJARED Beats. Yeah.
So we just get along. You know what I mean? Like, so some people you just click with. They're your people. He's just a mad dude, you know.
For sure.
And he makes awesome music. Same with Dolphin. You know what I mean? And Jerome from the Barkeepers is here. He's got a track, Magic Book, that I'm getting a lot of love for, and Off-Grid Mosey. Off-Grid Mosey has 6 out of the 10 tracks, and that's not.
Oh, he's the majority then.
Yeah. So I had a couple at the very start. I had like 2 tracks. So I had Hangout and I had Track 2. What?
Damn,
I
I have
forgot.
your I
I'm
have
having a
your
mental
album
blank.
pulled up like in 5 different spots, and I'm still up. It's a good. No. I'm looking at the wrong. Yo,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
cold
we were talking a
outside.
different. We were talking cold outside. Sorry about my memory. For the people listening, I've got a nasal infection right now, but we still here.
We
Um,
here.
so I'm
We made it.
a bit glassy. But yeah, I had these 2 tracks with him, and Off Grid Mosey. He came out of the woodwork, man, when he sent me those things, and he said, "Look, I love the way you rap. I got these beats. Do you want to?" And he just like this guy sent me all these beats, and I really
Oh,
connected with those two. And then while I was doing the rest of the album, he just kept coming at me. He just kept, and he's so good. You know what I mean? He'd be like, "Hey, I wrote a beat, and I think you'll like it, Tom." And he sent it to me, and I'm like, "Damn, that's another track on the album." And next thing I know, I had 6 tracks on the album, and I was like, "You got to stop."
it's
But
crazy.
honestly, I have an email sitting there from him that I'm afraid to open because it has so many beats that he sent me, and I'm just like, I know that I'm gonna be like, there's a whole album right there, and that's maybe something in the future that we'll look at doing, just a me and Off Grid Mosey album together, because again we click, we have respect for each other. He does amazing work. Um, yeah, so shout out to him because he's just like he'd send me stuff and I couldn't say no. And I love that. I love when people know you as a rapper and you'll understand this, and they send you stuff and they're like, "This feels like you." And
Yeah, that's all it was. He hit you up like, I think you can cook on this. Like that was it.
yeah,
Ha.
um, and Dolphin did a similar thing on the but we'll get to that later when we get to the track. I'll tell you the story. But
Sure.
speaking of knowing someone's style, because we discussed this a few weeks ago. Track 1, Capicola. Um, I think you said to me, like, when you heard it, you were like, "This is not my style." Um, if that makes sense. But I like knew it, like that you would sound good on it. If that makes sense. Like, is that what? Because we were texting each other, but is that the
Yeah.
vibe I got from you? It was like this isn't something you would have picked out of a bag, but
It's more of that. I wouldn't say not my style because it's just groovy ass music. Like that beat is groovy, so it's not like something to be like, oh, not my style. But yeah. I suppose like if I'm picking for beats, I probably would have never gone in that realm, And so it's dope to have awesome artist friends who could see some shit like that. Cause yeah. I mean, yeah, not in any way of like that's not shit that I
yeah,
like or that I'm into, right? Yeah. I just oh, there
yeah.
go this camera again. But
I'm sure
yeah,
if you didn't
but I
like it,
absolutely. Oh yeah. Go
yeah,
ahead.
if you didn't like it, you would have just told me. But yeah, no, I know what you meant.
Yeah,
You were good. You frozen up there, man.
that is a groovy. So like that one is who is not the um. Which producer is that one?
That's Dolphin Jones. So Dolphin is from Melbourne. He's only 45 minutes from me.
Yeah.
And so Dolphin did the artwork for Stanky and Clutch.
Oh,
He,
interesting. That's a sick. Yeah.
yeah,
That cover art. Yeah.
he is a man that does it all. He's an amazing rapper. He is an amazing producer. He's an amazing artist. Like he just does it all so well. Um,
It's a powerful thing to
And I was
have
chatting to
these
him about it the
days.
other day, actually. I was saying, like, I think it's so hard to market yourself when you're so good at so many things because people are like, what are you? You know what I mean? And he's just an artist,
Sure.
he's just like, I do it all. Like, doesn't want to box himself in. And I get that, like, as a producer, rapper, I wouldn't put myself in the artist category, but, you know, um, yeah, people, you give someone a beat and they're like, hold up, you're a rapper. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I could relate to kind of like the multi tool belt or whatever, but you know what? I think these days a little bit more. It's easier to do that. It used to be like well, you gotta lean on something because like this is what you gotta put all your eggs into your marketing basket, and like and you don't want to confuse people. I've been through that too. Like, how am I gonna convince people that I'm a musician and I'm doing stand-up comedy? Like, do I want you to take me serious or not? Or or a producer and like, it used to feel that way, but now I feel like there's so much more value in like just people getting to know you, and like people knowing you and knowing,
Yeah.
so they're that way. Like,
You as a person.
once I started like marketing on Instagram, which like I still haven't unwrapped all the layers, but I slowly started peeling back layers, and instead of being like, oh, how am I gonna merge and convince people that it's all, it's all worthy, it just started to be more like people got to know me, and then so people were stoked for whatever I'm doing. Like I got punk rock
Yep.
people people who are fans of my punk rock band who like will hit me up about the rap shit, and they would have never listened to bars. They'll hit me up about that shit and just be like, yo, I heard that rap thing you did, it was dope. And so I think power of social media, at least for the positive side, is like people get to know you, and if they know you and like you, then it don't matter if you do 7 different things. They're just following you. So
Yeah, 100%. Should we kick into the first song, or do you want to talk about the album more?
No, I think we could kind of get through it along the way. Zega in the house, by the way. What up? What up? Cheers.
Wow.
Yeah, we could just kind of get to it and then kind of groove through it. I didn't look up the Dolphin. I just wanted to make sure I get like plugs in proper too. Off Grid Mozzie is OF at OFFGR 1D. So instead of I, it's the number 1. OFFGR 1D MOZZY. He did 6 out of the 10 songs. Dolphin.
No, it's not a 1. It is an I. It is an I. Off Grid Mosey. He might have another account actually.
Ooh, this one has 211 follow, like 7x, and it's not this one. Uh-oh, I don't know if you could see that.
Yeah, that's him. Oh, did he change the name of it? My bad. Oh, yeah. When you go to the page, it does say that, but then his at is just with an I.
Is his at? So his title is the 1, but the at is the I.
Yeah, that's confusing. Why are you doing that, Mosey?
Damn, we were just talking about branding and no. Anyways, but Off Grid, yeah.
Wow.
And then and let me just shoot out the Dolphin Jones, and then we're straight. That's just Dolphin Jones
and Jerome. Dolphin Jones.
Yeah, that's just at Dolphin Jones. So
that's him.
Check him out. Follow. I think that's the heavyweights behind the canvases on this thing, man. It's so cool that you got to.
And Jerome. Don't forget JD.
Oh, Jerome Duffy is at Jerome DUFFY ADOS at Jerome Duffy ADOS. What did he? Oh, he's doing the up and coming Stanky, huh?
Yeah, he did Magic Book on this.
Yeah.
He had a second track on this, and that's where Off Grid Mosey ended up. He had 5 tracks, and then he ended up with 6 because I had one in the bank that I'd sort of written, and we didn't know what to do with it. It wasn't right. Like, we weren't going to put it on the album originally, because I like to keep my albums quite short and concise. But
yeah,
I wrote another song with Jerome and Impromptu, and that was before Stanky and Clutch 2 was a thing, right? Me and Impromptu were talking about doing it, and we're sort of floating the idea of, who are we going to work with? And then I had these couple of beats from Jerome that I was working on, and I wrote one and got him to collab on it, and it was a Stanky and Clutch song, and that's what I said. I sent it to Impromptu when I was done producing it, and I said to him, this isn't my solo album song.
Yeah,
it doesn't belong. And we'll talk about it, I'm sure, when Stanky and Clutch 2 comes out. Hopefully we can do the same thing.
Come on, man.
That song, and it was hard because I loved the song, but I was like, it's not. It doesn't belong on this album anymore. It's instead it's what kicked off Stanky and Clutch too. Because I said to Jerome and Impromptu, I said to him, I said, listen to this. I said, we do 12 more like this. That's a hell of an album. And so yeah, I cut it off the album and replaced it. I said to Impromptu, I said, oh, it's a hard decision because I love the song. And he's like, dude, I'll do another one for you. So I hit up Mosey and I was like, you get another beat? Of course he had another beat. So he gave me another beat. And then I said to Impromptu, and that's track 3, I think. Yeah, 2 a.m. That's where 2 a.m. come from. It was like a swap out. It was a changing the players on the bench. And yeah.
We're going to come to... I haven't listened to this whole thing. I listened to a handful of these. I think I listened to more than half of it, but I was just kind of like flipping through, and for the viewer, you will come to find out that this is a huge skill and one of the intangibles that TomCat and guys like Impromptu have after having done the Stanky and Clutch with you guys and seeing how you break it down. But just that awareness, or even of being able to be like, this song is sick and it's already on this album, but it's not supposed to be on this album. Like, it doesn't feel like the solo thing. It feels like this. Like, that sort of awareness and stuff, too, is so important. Because a lot of people just be like, I'm going to make an album. The next 10 songs they bang out, that's the album. And they don't think twice. They're like, it's not even a second thought, And so it's dope that you guys have that sort of insight and stuff, too. Anyways... Whatever caused you to get this track and be like, I'm going to hit up High Sunday, I appreciate it. I'm honored. It's track 1. I still don't know how to say the word. It's Capicolo.
Perfect. Do you want to talk about it then play it, or play it then talk about it?
I don't know. You want to kind of explain it? Or it's up to you.
I don't mind.
I was gonna go after, but
let's just play it. Let's kick into some music and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Let's do it. Track 1. Boom.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to TomCat's new album, Mundo Hado, also known as The Power of Nothingness. Not really sure what that means, but we're about to find out. How exciting. I hope you have a great time.
Take a pound of flesh directly from the neck bone. I'm next on the red-eye flight directly from the dead zones. Right, chorizo on the side, season it with trees on. I'm leaving in the night and I get ambiguous reasons. The streets on fire, lads are chillin', drinking yoo-hoo. I'm looking villainous, maybe born in a lab like Mutu. Right, I don't say nothing, now I started growing mildew. I am a glutton, I push the button, maybe do some voodoo. Dang, shoot a Hadouken at your head like it's a Luger. I'm building up for the super, need an 8-egg shashuka. Right, many snakes been in the garden, she Medusa, but I'm looking at them legs while she's smoking the apple hookah. I'm eating Gouda for the protein and indulgence. I'm leaning off to the side, I'm not a fiend, but I'm a culprit. Right, a man just died, but I'm pleading no involvement. I got an alibi, I just been swimming with some dolphins.
To make the cure, brine the fine sea salt, sugar, red pepper, and curing salt using mortar and pestle. Place the pork in a large bowl and massage the cure into the pork, really coating it and working it into the cracks and crannies. Wrap tightly in plastic wrap, or put into a big zipper top bag, place on a dish, and refrigerate for 5 days.
I roll a doobie, listening to doom, and soon I'ma be feeling super. I've been a provolone, cutting music and chasing Gouda. I move to the beat of my own drum that ain't been tuned up. My own lane while they stuck in traffic and wait to move up. I'm too stoned for these snakes, fuck it, I chunk my deuce up. Recycling bars, I don't remember what's been used up. I bust a loogie, chug a shoey with impromptu Tom 7X, matters and jazz until we Absalammed and too drunk. I get the Aussie homie potent marijuana stony. Tell him salami and pepperoni make the bombers hoagies. Watching a doc about Marcus Clark and Chappelle Corby, trying to be informed on Aussie stoners that inhaled before me. The truth is I'ma be performing through the day I'm 40. Used to fake for glory, now I'm maturer and hate baloney. So save your paprika, garlic, buttery paste aioli. My greatest classic, just a little mustard and mayo for me.
Flip it over so that the top side is down and refrigerate for another 5 days. After 10 days of curing, remove the succulent meat from the refrigerator.
This is gonna keep happening all damn day.
What's that?
My camera
freezing?
Just freezing, yeah.
Yeah, you know it's TomCat.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know it's TomCat. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Let's
So,
go. Camera. Oh, there we go.
Where's the screen on, man?
We're back.
I can see you on my phone, sweet. Oh, we're back. We're back. I'm watching the stream on the other screen.
Yeah.
It's a bit delayed. So the beat is the one I got off Dolphin. So I hit him up, and yeah, there were 2 beats on there. That's the one I actually originally wanted from him, and I don't know, like, I get sometimes a chorus is not needed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I just get sick of catchy hooks. And I was like, you know what? And I was watching a documentary on this Italian curing warehouse where they make meats and stuff. And yeah, like, this is the thing about, like, people think, like, when I have obscure references, it's just because I'm, like, super real. I like to keep it real. Like, when I say I'm keeping it organic, like, I'm talking about, like, you know what I mean? I was watching a documentary about this, and then I was like, the chorus, and I went and found, like, a voice generator that I liked. It took me ages to find one that I was like, I like her voice. And then I was like, and I just, like, wrote down how to make capicola, like, how to cure it into the chat thing. And some of it was just bars. You know what I mean? Like, the things she was saying.
Yeah.
And okay, I may have swapped out some like formal terms for some more swaggy words. But then I just trimmed it as you do as a producer to make it so so it fit right in that chorus pocket. Yeah, and that's the idea, and because the song, like, Dolphin's beats just make me want to rap, man. And I just started rapping, and I was like, and it was real, like I wanted to write something interesting for other rappers. You know what I mean? There's little things, I say within the lyrics, but for the most part, I just wanted to make an interesting 16, and
Yeah.
it didn't really have a topic. Like, I say a lot of things, and they're you know what I mean? They're all related to something. They're all saying something, but they didn't make sense. They were just a combination of different things all melded together. You know what I mean? And I was like, why put a chorus? Why try and fit this into a box by putting a chorus on it? That what is the chorus going to be about? You know what I mean? Like, how do you write a 16? And I see it all the time in music. I see rappers do it all the time. They say, "Oh, this song's about this," and you listen to the chorus, like, "Yeah, the chorus is about this." Your 16 is nothing to do with it. It makes there's no contextual sense. So I was like, I'm not going to put a chorus in here and try and box in my ridiculous verse.
Yeah.
I just, but at the same time, everything I talk about is related to my real life in some way. You know what I mean? And I try and put those obscure references in there for people that are into the same thing. You know what I mean? Maybe born in a lab like Mewtwo. You know what I mean? I play Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like, that's a Pokemon reference for people that play Pokemon. You know what I mean? I need an 8-egg shashuka. You know what I mean? I cook shashuka. It's I think it's a Middle Eastern dish that I cook, like, for my kids all the time. You know what I mean? It's like all these things come from somewhere in my real life, and I just I just amalgamate them into my raps. But that's sort of that's what it is. It's just a messy. I like the term blood on canvas. It's just like, here it is. Here's bits of my life, a painting, and it just sounds good. It sonically sounds good. You sonically sound amazing on it. You know what I mean?
Thanks, man. I had a little.
And you're yeah. Go ahead. You tell me about your verse. I don't want to presume.
Well, I just thought I thought everything that you just said, and I don't think that. I think, you probably gave me a kind of a rundown, kind of similar to what you were just talking about, kind of where this came from and all that, when you gave it to me. But yeah, it felt like you said, like it's all just kind of like random parts of, not random, but it's all real parts of your life. Maybe not all in a collective like thing or whatever, but that kind of worked out that it feels like a deli to me, you know what I mean? Or it feels like an assortment of cheeses or an assortment of meats or whatever, like it's kind of how that worked out kind of in my, and so it was fun to kind of follow that. Obviously there was a metaphor to be followed or whatever kind of throughout talking. And yeah, I remember getting to the place where I said something, I'm too something for these snakes. I chunk my deuce up, right? And I thought I was so slick because I was I was like Medusa with the snakes. Yeah, I'm too stoned for the snakes.
I said many snakes been in the garden. She Medusa.
Yeah, that's.
But many snakes been in the garden. She Medusa, but I'm looking at them legs while she's smoking the apple hookah. And you came in with, I'm too stoned for these snakes. Fuck it, I chuck my deuce up. Like the way you merged yours with mine.
Well, see, that's the thing. That when I got to the Medusa wordplay, Medusa, I just thought I was sick because TomCat, because you do the deuce thing. So I was like, here's an ode to TomCat, and I got this crazy Medusa wordplay situation, and I was like, hell yeah. And then I was like, I'm pretty sure that Medusa didn't just come up in my head, like out of my head, and I went back and I played your verse, and I was like, shit, I knew he said it. Damn. So then I went straight on, and I was like, recycling bars, I don't remember what's been used up or whatever. That was strictly because of that, because in real time I forgot, or I didn't know that I had whatever, I had
it was like
subliminally caught your Medusa bar, and then I was super stoked about my bar, and I was like, holy shit, let me go listen to his verse again. And that's what I caught. I was like, shit, he did have the Medusa joint. Recycling bars, I don't remember what's been used up. Yeah.
Had you already written the I'm too stoned for these snakes line? Or did you? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Like I wrote that. That was
verse, like, you had it in the back of your head. You knew.
Yeah, it worked out. It worked out perfect, but
I like the way you phrased that deli meat thing, and I don't know if I even thought about it like that, but like every line has so much power in it. And you're right, it's kind of like a deli. Like everything in a deli has had so much care taken with it. Every individual thing. If you want to connect them, you want to put them together on a pizza, that's up to you.
That's right.
But everything on its own is art. And that's what I felt like when I was writing. I was like, I don't want any throwaway lines. I don't want any lines, even though they're not connected. I didn't want lines that were just like I'm not saying anything. You know what I mean? And you know the type. Sometimes you just squeeze it in there just to get to the next, to the punchline. Nah, everything was like, where's the rhyme scheme going here? You know what I mean? Yeah, and it was a lot of fun. Thank you for being on the album, man. And once I heard your verse, I knew it was going to be good. But then when the song was finished, I was like, this is the start of the album.
That's sick. So you didn't have it. You didn't have it placed first initially. That's sick. Sick.
And even when you said, I roll the doobie, listening to doom, and soon I'm going to be feeling super. And I said to you, you don't know how important that doom line is yet, because I have that voice. So there's a character, and like you said, you haven't listened the whole album through, but at the start and the end of the album, there's this character that comes in and talks about it. And I was like, yeah, and I was like, and he comes back later in the album, and that was a Doom inspired thing. I was listening to Doom while I was out punching the bag. I was like boxing, listening to Doom. What's that one where and it's just like half the album is just like voices, not even rapping. And I was like, I'm going to put a voice in. I'm going to just have a little character just to like, because the album has a lot of serious topics. I was like, I want something just to bring it up and be a bit funny. And just, yeah. And so your Doom line like fit perfectly in the album.
Kind of jumping and kicking it off too. That's sick, man. Yeah, that works out. And these are just another like, oh, I'm just gonna put a voice in there. Like these are again those choices that you make are so valuable, man. Instead of again just emailing the homies, getting the verses, putting 10 songs together, call it a day. Like, you know, that extra thought is why your projects seem just feel so warm and complete and shit, you know.
And knowing when not to do it. That character was in other places in the album, but it's not now. It was there, and I had recorded it, and I listened, and I went, nah, not there. You know what I mean? Like I had to take it out. I was like, it didn't. It's like sometimes I was like, oh, it's heavy here. I need to bring it up a little bit. But then other times I'm like, nah, it just ruins the vibe. Like, yeah. So, yeah. Sometimes you got to know to scrap things as well. You know.
You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them.
That's it.
Cold outside.
Cold outside.
Oh, damn
this
it.
One, I forgot that Mosey. This is the first one I did with Mosey. The first song I ever did with him. And I actually sent it to him. I just did a verse for him and sent it to him. And then I said to him, I said, what are you doing with it? Like, what are your plans? And he's pretty new to the game. And he's like, I don't really know yet. I was like, look, I'm working on an album. Can I put it on the album? He's like, yeah, sure, man. I just want to get out there. I just want to do art. And I was like, yeah, cool. All right. I said the same thing to JD when I hit him up for a beat. I said, look, all I can promise is it will come out. I don't sit on stuff. I do the work and I follow through. I said, if you don't know what to do with it, Mosey, send it to just send me the stems. It'll be on the album. And it is. And I was just inspired by it. Like the beat, I didn't change anything. It's got this mad drop at the start, and it is cold. Like the beat's cold, and so I just went there. You know what I mean? And like let's put it on. Let it speak for itself, eh?
Let's do it.
Yeah, you know it's TomCat, off-grid Mosey. They all fall down when we ring around the rosies. Nah, that ain't it. I get it gritty on this one. Bring it back, yo. Off-grid Mosey, TomCat the real one. They all looking rosy when we bring her in the shotgun. Please do not oppose me, now I am the captain. Coming to you live from the land of the hot sun. Hitting with the vibe, ride for the family. I've been on my grind, overcoming the calamity. Keep my head high, living in the canopy. Better keep walking if you gonna run your mouth hard. Coming live from the haves and the have-nots. Disrespect and you finna get your head rocked. Too much time spent talking on that TikTok. It's the real world now, it's time for you to wake up. I told them all to get down. I tightrope walk with the wrongs and the rights. I told them all to get down. It's cold outside, what is left of my rights. I told them all to get down. I tightrope walk with the wrongs and the rights. I told them all to get down. It's cold outside. That's right. What you looking at here, that's the dream team. Encrypt the messages to Mosey when we do scheme. I'm good living and they wanna know the secrets. It's honey on the coffee, balsamic on the ice cream. You know it hit different, you know we live different. I cause havoc, now you wanna feel the real difference. I move around in silence, or you hear crickets. I'm making money on the side, that's a meal ticket. I spent it all on some chicken thigh and spice mixes. We live and die for the nights with the wine dinners. So what I'm doing for the dime, that is my business. We international, baby, that's a time difference. It's all capital, we hit the ground. Got the dirt up in the boots, reinvesting it in the sound. And I finesse, but the truth is I'm an animal. So when I hit the building, everybody get down. I told them all to get down. I tightrope walk with the wrongs and the rights. I told them all to get down. It's cold outside, what is left of my rights. I told them all to get down. I tightrope walk with the wrongs and the rights. I told them all to get down. It's cold outside. That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Did you catch the barkeeper's reference in there? We international, baby. That was for you.
we are international, baby.
I say what I'm doing for the dime, that is my business. We international, baby.
Yeah, you know
That's
it's
the time
TomCat.
difference. And
My
we're
bad.
back.
I don't know what I was talking
That's you know, I know you like to on your soundboard. You like that one.
Come on.
When me and the Aussies come through, you like to hit your international button. I thought I'm going to throw a bar in there about that one.
The tributes,
yeah, and look, this is
man.
Again, it's sort of a street theme style thing, but that was just inspired by the beat from Mosey. You know what I mean?
That even just the run it back at the beginning is ridiculous. Like, that's such a cool little move. You know, he's like, oh no, it's supposed to be harder than this, and you run it back and switch the ring around the Rosie to the Rosie ride a shotgun or whatever. Like, again, these are just fucking creative ass moves, man. Really dope moves that separate separates you from just like some rapper. You're artist, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like sitting there and I was like, what rhymes with off-grid Mosey? Because sometimes, I like to just throw the producer's name in there. Like on the last track when I'm like, I got an alibi, I just been swimming with some dolphins. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, I'm working with dolphin over here, you know what I mean? And same here, I was like, what rhymes with off-grid Mosey? And I was like, ring around the Rosie. And I was like, that's not a bar.
Run it back.
And you know what I mean? So I was like, now you know what? I'm going to say it, and then I'm going to dismiss it, and I'm going to come back with off-grid Mosey, TomCat, the real one. They all fall down, referencing back to Ring Around a Rosie. They all fall down when we bring around the shotgun. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that one.
That's a ridiculous opener.
And now I am the captain. I like to change my accent a lot. How I pronounce words.
Is that right?
Now I am the captain. You know what I mean? Like, no one says captain. Maybe Jamaican people. I don't know. But
I guess I wouldn't know. I guess sometimes I'll just think that that's part of your your swagger or something. But yeah.
I just like to change. I like to look at a word and go, how can I rephrase that to make it,
Yeah.
Like, no one would have, like, what do I rhyme with shotgun? And I was like, what hasn't someone rhymed? You know what I mean? Like, especially if you listen to a lot of gangster rap, like, most of it's been done. You know what I mean?
Gun bar. Yeah, anything rhyming with gun bars. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, what do you rhyme with gun that hasn't been done? And I was like, I'm going to just, like, do something different here. But that's the song.
Sick,
again,
man.
Like, it's sort of, it's just inspired by the song, and I let the song take me there, and
clearly.
But on the contrary, I felt like I felt like a chorus was appropriate, and I felt like the chorus tied it all together in this sense. You know what I mean?
100%. 100%. There was something.
I tightrope walk with the wrongs and the rights, and that's really about, like, when I say, and that's why I called the song Cold Outside. Like, everyone's in a different circumstance, you know what I mean? And I'm not condoning bad behavior in any sense, but I think there needs to be a level of forgiveness when people, make bad life choices and stuff like that. And, and sometimes it's hard to get where you want to be in life, and sometimes you got to make hard decisions, and that's the juxtaposition in some of the lyrics in this. There's some real, like, hard, gritty stuff, but then there's also some like, look what we're doing, like, look at us now, you know what I mean? Like, everyone's trying to go from A to B, but everyone's journey from A to B is different. And it's not always an easy journey for people. So,
Yep. But it's omni relatable. That's a universally relatable kind of balance or whatever, you know, regardless of. What just happened here? Are we good? You still got me?
Yeah.
Oh, I just heard like.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Let me put the screen back on. I just flicked off it.
7X, what up?
Yeah, so
7X in the house. Briz City, Brisbane in the house.
Sub 7. You know, and sometimes we go off reality a little bit for the sake of the rap. You know what I mean?
Hey, speak for yourself. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Bizarre.
I totally do too.
but you know, when I get to putting honey in my coffee, that's a real bar. That's, you know, that's like, go do that. It's good for your health. You know what I mean? So sometimes we go off topic, but that's the idea behind the song. But again, just inspired by Off Grid, really.
Shout out to Off Grid Mosey.
Yeah.
Off Grid Mosey, man. He's got produced 6 of the 10 tracks on this joint. We'll pull up on 2 a.m. That one you said is who? This one's also Mosey?
2 a.m.'s the last. Yeah, so this is the one that we put in last minute because I cut the other Jerome Duffy one. Well,
that's right.
Moved it to the new Stanky Clutch album. And we replaced it with this, and Impromptu's like, he's messaged me like so many times. He's like, dude, this song's so real, which is so cool. You know, he really felt it as well. And when I sent him the beat, he was like, dude, this is unreal.
Yeah.
So,
let's check.
Yeah, and this is really about it's called 2 a.m. because it's really about like I was writing it at 2 a.m. while I couldn't sleep. You know what I mean? And everyone's got their reason why they're awake at 2 a.m. You know what I mean? If you are, there's a reason, and everyone's is individual. You know, and I didn't even like
clock.
When I get. Well,
I was like, that's just my life clock. Like, there's not any weird reasons. I'm like, my brain starts firing at like 10:30 p.m. and so I'm clear gonna be, you know, up through 2. But I know that a lot of people, it's like, if you're up at 2 a.m., it's like because of a, you know, something is bothering or something is going on or whatever. So
I'll write another song for you called 6 a.m.
Yeah. That's my shit. I dread when I'm like, fuck, when I'm seeing the sun come up. I know I'm up. You know, I know I'm up too long. But 7X is in here asking some shit, man. He balsamic on your ice cream. You actually do that too? Is it good? He says.
Yeah. You got to get the age stuff though, 7. You don't want to just get like. Well, I don't know what shopping center is generic over there, but like Woolworths, if you go there, like you got to get the age stuff, because it gets sweeter with time. Or even if you can get the balsamic glaze, that goes hard.
Sheesh.
And put it on some vanilla ice cream.
I got balsamic over here too, man. I gotta try that. I just thought that was being crafty and metaphoric or some shit. That's for real. Okay.
Nah, there's no metaphors. I'm not that smart. I just straight up tell you what I'm doing.
Let's see. Mitch says full 16 bar Wonderground challenge is now available on the YouTube. So if you're not already subscribed to the Wonderground, make sure you do that. Without the John D feedback, I didn't mind. I was bracing myself, but John D said nothing but nice shit about mine, luckily. But I know he was chewing some people out, so I guess you could watch all the submissions on the Wonderground now. Mitch, I have my damn stem, if I didn't send that already. I have my stem, man, if I'm not too late. 100 weeks. Well, he's now 102 weeks or whatever now, but he just crossed the 100-week mark. Big up. I think in 3 weeks, our buddy NWDJ is going to cross the 100-week mark of Barkeepers. We digress here for a second. We'll get back to 2 a.m. I'm just trying to catch up with the chat. Zega John D's says John D's feedback was great and at times entertaining. Yeah, you know, I just know that it also is very grueling to some people, and it'll cause some people to straight up quit, some shit like that, yo. Even people who thought they were tough. So, it's not for everyone, but also you don't have to watch. So.
I watched John D talking about one of Defire's joints yesterday, and he described it as it sounds like some cold ass snap poetry. And then I went back and listened to the song, and I was like, he's not wrong. I was like,
he's clever.
That's a good description. He is clever with his descriptions.
He's clever.
John, if you watch this, he's not in here, but if you're watching this later, come at me anytime, like good or bad, because I'll have a chuckle. However you critique me, I will have a chuckle about it. I like his creativity there.
You could probably hit him about this album. I'm sure he'll do the quick version. You know, the ones he does on Instagram, the little album reviews.
Yeah,
I think all I did was DM'd him to do mine. It was dope.
Let's kick in at 2 a.m. Hey,
yeah.
7's leaving. 5-7.
7. Take it easy. Impromptus, gardening, and also tuned in. So that's dope. Hell yes. All right. 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m. in the morning.
Shout out Impromptu.
About you. About you.
Yeah, 1 2 1 2. Alright. 2 a.m. and I'm wide awake. I deliberate these things that I can't debate. I be living in a state only I create, and to escape from these things that we tolerate. That's right. Another hour disappeared into the sand. I can feel the hairs as they're moving on my hand. In this world, what it mean to be a man? They be living large, I'm just doing what I can. Supplement with the vitamins. But what they gonna do about a history of violence? 3 weeks till I see my psychiatrist. Living on my knees with the needs of a nihilist. I get stuck with the introspection, feeling like Johnson at the intersection. Pause, breathe for a second. After all these nights, you think I would've learned my lesson. That's right, it's gonna be alright. I can't sleep with these things running on my mind. It's gonna be alright. So I take a deep breath and I look outside. That's right, it's gonna be alright. I can't sleep with these things running on my mind. It's gonna be alright. So I take a deep breath
and breathe. 1 2 on my knees. My palms together, I'm in need. I'm hard as leather, but skin bleed. That's right. I feel trapped, I'm in deep. Can't sleep, time on my mind. I get stressed, been following me for a while. I feel the pressure is hard to measure. I chase fame and follow blind, trying to neglect the need for respect, trying to forget the curse of regret. Old sins and cold grins. There's a point where your dreams come to an end. Doesn't matter, man. Wrinkles and skin dimples. Life ain't simple, it's just sinful. On myself I rely, trying to look on the bright side and think why.
It's gonna be alright.
I can't sleep with these things running on my mind, but
it's gonna be alright.
So I take a deep breath and I look outside and
it's gonna be alright.
I can't sleep with these things running on my mind, but
it's gonna be alright.
So I take a deep breath and I
it's gonna be alright.
About you.
It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright.
About you.
It's gonna be alright.
Man, you always do. Well, I guess you and Prompt, Stanky and Clutch, but you always do just enough or not to like that. That's just like the perfect little piece, man. It's a perfect piece. It's like fast enough that I'm sure someone would have thrown a third verse on there, you know. But it's just a perfect little meal, man. This shit's dope.
Leave the people wanting more. I'm very careful when I do a 3-verse song. It's got to be the right beat. It's got to be a beat that really, you know, one of those beats that when it comes on, you go, I could listen to this for 8 hours straight. Right. You know what I mean? Like, not to say that you can't with that, but I think there's, everything has to meld together. Because otherwise, I noticed that with some songs, you know, especially I've seen songs where they think it's fun to have 5 people featuring, and sometimes it is really fun. But for the general listener, you know, if you're not a rapper, a lot of the time that gets old quick. So we do try and keep it short and snappy. And look, we came with such different perspectives on the same thing there, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
that's how I feel about it anyway. Like I don't feel like. And again, you know, The only link is, hey, and I won't say 2 a.m. because, as you say, there's a bunch of people who choose to be up at 2 a.m. But
but no, we get it. I still get,
let's,
yeah.
let's just say if you're awake when you're meant to be asleep, that's the that's the central point of it, and we both come from different perspectives there. Like take a deep breath and look outside. Like sometimes that's what I do. You know what I mean? Just look, I need to open the curtains and realize where I am visually, if that makes sense.
Just
Put
black ass
yourself
hell
back into
at 2 a.m. Just blackness,
yeah,
like
yeah.
fuck. No, you probably have a nice view at 2 a.m.
Yeah, it's pleasant outside. Yeah, and that's really what it's about, and
Yeah.
it's important for people to get it, and I'll leave it at that if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've got my verse that explains why I might be up at 2 a.m. and Prom's got his. Yeah, and we've all got our own, and hopefully it clicks with someone that gets it.
It works. That thing where everyone can relate to that. Just to kind of that zone of the night, and that headspace, kind of like whether it's like anxiety or like just cloudiness, like you said. Sometimes it's just a deep breath and look outside, like fuck, man. like let's
Yeah,
crank all this shit down. It's 2 a.m. Yeah.
and I think it's also like you can be doing everything right and still life comes with problems. That's life. You know what I mean? That's what when I
Yeah.
say that line, I supplement with the vitamins. But what they're going to do about a history of violence? It's like, yeah, you can go and take. I'm on the fish oil and the magnesium and the zinc.
Hell
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
taking my tablets. I'm looking
Hell
after
yeah.
my health. I'm drinking my carrot ginger juice and looking after. But you know
Damn
what?
right.
Sometimes life just gets tough. We just have bad days, and that's everyone. It's a reality that I think, especially with social media, a lot of people, we want to look so like everyone's doing great. Even the people that are super healthy. Like I said, I got a nasal infection right now. I eat super healthy. I'm out in the sun every day. You know what I mean? I work out 6 days out of 7. But you still get sick, and you still same with your mental health. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Ooh,
trying to be real.
metaphorical 2 a.m. too. Works. It works even in that sense. Like not a literal time, just like a life metaphor or whatever. That's
Mm,
ill. That's sick,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. 100. What do we got next?
We
No
got
response.
no
Yeah,
response. You want to pre that or run it after, or
yeah,
we'll talk about it
yeah. No
after?
response. Mosey is a genius, right? And Mosey hit me with this song, and I sat on it for like months because, and I want to say this before the song because you'll hear what I mean when it plays. It is like, the beat calls because it calls for like a, yo, I'm trying to call my girl and she's not responding type, you know what I mean? Like no one's picking up the phone, like, and I was like, I'm not writing some fucking Drake shit. You know what I mean? Like, and then I connected this with, I wrote these bars for a barkeeper entry, the start of it, and I modified it. You'll hear it. I don't know. You know what? You probably won't. I'm not going to say it. You won't know it. You missed me that week. You missed me, and as in on the show. So a lot of people might not have heard it unless they tune in on the Instagram and watch my reel
Oh,
there.
oh,
They would have
I
missed the bars
posted it on
anyway.
Barkeepers, but missed you on the show.
Yeah, yeah. So you might not have heard these bars, but I love the bars,
Fuck.
and it's all good. That's why I was like, oh, do I say it? But you're
No,
not
it's
going to know the
fine.
bars.
Yeah, yeah. It happen. It
But
happens
I had
sometimes. I
I
don't.
had these bars, and then I was like, And I just had them sitting there in the old, like, archived, like, here's something I wrote, you know. And then the beat, I was listening to it one day, I was like, I need to come up with something. And then I was like, oh my God, this is it. And it's let's just listen to it. But
all right,
it's heavy. There's a couple of ways I reference no response, but it's not because my girl isn't picking up the phone. You know what I mean? Like, it's someone's so cooked on drugs that they're staring into nothingness, and you can't get them to talk. It's someone dying in front of you, and you going, "Are they gone?" You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's heavy, and it took a while to get there. And people are either gonna love it or not get it, I think.
yeah. Let's go. No response. Boom. Produced by Mozzie.
No response, so cold. No response,
I heard this
so
shit.
cold. No response, so cold.
See how I could have got a break on it?
No response, so cold.
Yes, definitely could
The
have.
streets smelling like chemicals,
No
black
response.
tin foil. My shirt stained with the memories and the gun oil. Saw a body laying in the corner of the compound. Got 16 hours to the compounds and the body spoils. Right. There ain't no washing off that odor. Connected to the temporal lobe, and there is smolders. I ain't wiser, maybe a little colder. If seeing is believing, I wish I didn't believe at all. These the memories we keep until the curtain call. The PTSD, no sympathy and no sleep at all. I seek clarity to understand the savagery. Blinded by my arrogance, the pride came before the fall. I pay my dues and stay away from the bad dudes. On the ground like I was fighting with Matt Hughes. Stay away from the bottle, it's only bad news. Take a moment to pray for the life that you did choose. Right, ever look a man straight in the eye, swore that he alive, but you ain't getting no response. Ever held a man's hand while he cried on the side of the bed till you ain't getting no response. Ever look a man straight in the eye, swore that he alive, but you ain't getting no response. Ever held a man's hand while he cried on the side of the bed till you ain't getting no response. That's cold. Waking up with night sweats from the nightmares. Cigarette smoke in my breath, lingering cold air. And I'm just trying to make sense of my life. As I walk the boulevard, I'm met with nothing but blank stares. They get closer and I see my reflection. The jacket pockets puffed out and they full of deceptions. The street signs busted, lack of direction. These kids would kill a man if it just meant some connection. Truth. No response from the man behind the counter. The shock sitting in as he's standing there and he cowers. Tunnel vision locking as the hairs in his arms raised. Minutes feel like hours as he's watching the knife blade. When you got nothing to lose. So this kid lunges forward with that thinking it through. The man drops to the floor, the kid starts running for the door. And as he turns and looks back, he's thinking, damn, what did I just do? Ever look a man straight in the eye, swore that he alive, but you ain't getting no response. Ever held a man's hand while he cried on the side of the bed till you ain't getting no response. Ever look a man straight in the eye, swore that he alive, but you ain't getting no response. Ever held a man's hand while he cried on the side of the bed till you ain't getting no response.
Yeesh. It's a good thing you didn't go. My girl ain't answering. Cause this thing was way more substantial, I think, man. No, it's a good one. Obviously one of those weird things that to be like excited about, but that's a dope one, man. Yeah, that's a dope one.
Yeah, but there's sort of like there's a connection between two characters here. You know what I mean? The character that's like his mental is gone. You know what I mean? And you know, so when I say like no responses in like, you know, that like 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like hey man, you here? You with me? You know.
Unfortunately, I've been around it
And
plenty.
for me, like when I was writing it, he's the character at the end of the story that goes and robs the shop owner. You know what I mean? In my head when I'm writing this story, he's this guy who's lost sense of reality and morale and has gone and robbed his shop owner. And then no response is the shock setting in on the shop owner, but then it's also, he's been stabbed and then he's gone. You know what I mean? Like, so there's layers to that no response. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Hopefully other people get it. I unfortunately can very much relate or understand the scope of this thing. It's heavy shit. Even around this town, like drug stuff is getting nuts. Ever since the world ended, I've lost like 5, 6 homies to some drug shits at all different levels, and I've seen them at all different levels. It's ugly. Shit, 2 days ago at the burger store, like 10 blocks down, I grew up going there. It's the burger stand, and like some dude and his son got shot, killed, just in the parking lot of the burger store. It's like, this ain't no gang shit. Like, this had to be like a drug head trying to just rob them, and maybe they fought back or some bullshit. Like, it's that thing though. There's no response. It's no thought there. Like on some gang shit, you're not killing a kid or and you're not doing it at Troy's parking lot, this place where we all grew up. Like, so. Yeah, it's unfortunate. That shit's real, man.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Oh no, it's just real as hell. Yeah. I hope some people can relate to this shit, but
yeah, and that's like I particularly that first line, the streets smelling like chemical black tinfoil. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, that's my favorite line from the whole thing, even though it's quite intricate. Like that, if you know that chemical burn smell, it stays with you. Anyway,
let's hope this next one's about some fucking ring around the rosy and fucking rainbows and shit, bro.
No.
Nope, he said no.
No, he kept it. No. I was like, I'm just gonna leave it. We're just gonna leave it in a serious pocket. Is 7 back in the chat? No, he's still gone. But this has got 7 on it. And he killed it, man.
Not here. Yeah.
No, that's all right. He won't mind.
He'll catch it after. But I definitely bumped this one.
I sat on this second verse for ages, and then I don't know how much I can say, but Seven's got some. He's got some music coming out. Now, Seven hasn't put out a lot of official music, but we've seen him doing the work and doing numbers online. He does a lot of Instagram rap, and but he's grinding on his skill level, and he hasn't got a lot of music out. He's got some stuff coming, and Purgatory.
Oh, that's exciting.
I sat on this second verse for a long time, and then he told me what he's working on, and I said, this is the stepping stone into what you've got coming out. And one day that'll make sense. But I don't know, he's not in the chat, so I don't know how much I can say, but he's got some stuff coming out that's going to be sort of semi-related. But again, this track in its own right is also kind of like Capicola. It's that sort of vibe. I didn't want to have a chorus on it. I just wanted to say my 16 and move on with life. So,
Oh, here, let's bump it. This shit goes hard. I actually had heard the no response earlier too. Like I said, I heard a handful of these. Even the super darkness that you get to and stuff like that with the I don't know, the warmth of the production and just kind of the way that you handle everything. Nothing gets too like, let me get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I'm listening to some people's shit and it's like, dude, this is not enjoyable, yo. Like, this has gotten way too dark or like way too serious. I'm out of here. But this does not do that. So that's dope.
I feel I'm the same as you. I don't want to listen to something that.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't like listening to music that's too negative. all the time. I really struggle with that. It's not who I am, and you're a positive kind of character as well. Like life's hard enough. I don't need to go in my car and listen to sad music all the time. Like,
yeah. I'm like, I gotta go be in public after this, man. Like, how am I supposed to finish it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But anyways, yeah, I think you've managed to go there kind of to some darker, deeper places, but it's still enjoyable and appreciable, you know. Oh, 7X is back. Perfect timing. Look how that works.
Perfect timing.
We are running Purgatory. Let's go. Let's see it.
For the middleweight championship of the world. Let's get ready to rumble.
I'm in my corner when the bell rings, it's a real thing. Reality check when I'm chin checked, that's a right swing. My life's a mess, but I cut these checks, I gotta make ends. I take 10 to meditate, it's redeeming time for my sins. I gotta win by any means, but what's that really mean? I'm so mean that these dark thoughts are breaking into my dreams. Like John Hobbs, I told him I don't take cream. I'm knocking on the door till I break my hand like Prince Nazim. You write the story, the protagonist of your narrative. Guns and glory standing in the light, and that's imperative. The ones we love are who we fight, and that's a dynamic situation of being. But what it means to be a human being, and this regret is like a debt you gotta pay twice. One time around this earth, so I guess it's better I play nice. But who is judging my soul's worth and all my sacrifice? And what do I do between birth and death if I don't choose life?
Now that's different for everybody. You add up all your mortal sins and multiply that number by 50. Then you add up all your venial sins and multiply that by 25. You add them together, and that's your sentence. I figure I'm gonna have to do about 6,000 years before I get accepted into heaven. And 6,000 years is nothing in eternity terms. I can do that standing on my head. It's like a couple of days here.
Okay, middleman hustle, getting pulled in two directions. This tightrope we walk, it's a tug of war with dead ends. Caught in the crossfire like we some Middle Earth henchmen. But we got that Bob Marley singing songs of redemption. From nursery to the hearse, burning beds of the church. Cradle to the grave, waiting like a falcon in its perch. Boom to tomb blueprint, let the alchemist work. From dust to dawn, demons digging up for the dirt. This that hammer and anvil type anthem. Stand up, hands in the air screaming. Lord, strike me down dancing. Where I stand here, gambling. Roll the dice chances. Lucky sevens grab this. Snake slither and strangle. Can you walk me for a minute down under the moonlight? Take a second to reflect, wondering. Yeah, you right, the clock's ticking. Take action now before you lose sight. Cause in your final hours it's too late to choose life.
Come on, bro. Oh, shit. Y'all did that shit. What the hell, man? You guys are
amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. And both of you guys were like so composed on the as far as like technical side, like you guys don't do anything too extra here or anything. Like just the use of space and letting the beat kind of boom, some ka, some boom, some ka, and you're just cruising around it. And 7X too, in a completely like different style, but like he really also was just like cruising around it, and it's dope to hear that. Especially, I don't know, maybe it's different when we're just like throwing you guys random beats every week and it's kind of a contest and you get 1 week to fucking put it together type of shit. Like to really, you know, I hope that people get to see this and understand that like you guys sitting and cooking on an actual meal is a whole different animal, man. And I love it. I love it.
Thank you, bro. And that's such a great, like, you know, you can analyze things so quickly because it is like that. The beat is a bit wonky. Like I said, like this is the Just Jared beat, and Just Jared hand, you know, he's sitting there on the, he's making it all by hand. It's got its natural, like a human wonk to it. And even when I was listening on the phone, then like it sounds so different because I don't land on the snares. Because of how it, but because it's sort of the song needs to be loud. That's the beat is loud. It has like a vacuum. You know what I mean? Like that's not me putting some sort of like from a producer level. It's not me doing any sort of weird effects. The beat just like sonically hits and it's so heavy. And yeah, and that's how I felt. Like there's a lot of space there that I just didn't use intentionally.
Yes, intentionally. Yes.
I'm in the corner when the bell rings and I just stop. That's a real thing. You know, it's like I could have just kept rapping, you know, but it didn't call for that. The song feels better just bouncing back and forth.
Yes, that's great decision making, man. Again, and you drop just a little like ad lib, like a yeah or something, you know, just to also to kind of carry stuff too. Again, which is worth so much more than even an extra 4 multi-syllable or something. Sometimes, you know, like it's worth more.
Yeah. And I think because a lot of people give the beat space at the start of the track. You know, they go, "Oh, I'll just let it play for 8, and then I'll come in because I want people to hear the music." Well, I want people to hear the music, but like, I think you can do that while rapping, if that makes sense. You know, you amalgamate yourself with the beat. Yeah, and look, this song again, it's sort of like a nothing song in that sense. I didn't know how to put a chorus to it. I can sort of relate it to Cold Outside in a lot of ways. You know, again, it's sort of like. Because I'm sort of saying like purgatory is, you can make yourself live in purgatory if you just sit around and wait for life.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And Seven, you know, he nailed that topic as well.
His closing line pretty much wrapped, you know, summarized that whole thing for sure. It worked perfect.
100%. And my verse has a lot of boxing references in it, which is just, I mean, I like boxing. That's not really relevant to anything, but that's sort of where I went with mine. He took his a different direction. I don't know if he wants to say anything in the chat. Obviously, Seven's back, but look, he just killed it. I did mention Seven at the start. I mentioned that there's a sort of what's the word? It has a reference to what you're working on at the moment, but I didn't know if you had announced anything official. But I thought Purgatory is relevant to him, and he just nailed it. What a verse!
Yeah, 7X. While you were gone, TomCat was here spilling all kinds of secret plans you have, bro. And he was like, once he gets back, I'll pretend that I'm asking him for the first time. But he already told us everything, man. He told us your whole plan, your whole idea for your new project. No, he didn't. But please share with us anything you want to share, or we'll just wait in excitement and see how it all links together. Let us know, man. That's exciting, though. That's damn exciting.
Yeah.
That shit's sick. So that was the one by, sorry again, Joe. Oh, sorry.
Just Jared.
Just Jared. That's right. Yeah. Yep. So definitely tune into that guy. Oh, there you go. 7X dropped it on us anyway. 7 Deadly Sins. The upcoming 7X project. Let's go. Hell yeah, man.
You can see the connection now, you know.
Yeah. I love it. I figured it'd be something like that, but yeah, that's sick. You could use Capicolo for gluttony. We talk about a bunch of food and shit. Easy.
And so the next track is the only interlude on there, but it's sort of like, let's play it and then I'll tell you about.
Okay.
This is a good time to talk about the idea of the album.
Okay, cool. One last before moving on from Purgatory. Did you do that? Was that a sample, or did you do the same thing where you just like you wrote the words and had it do the voice for you for like the hook?
Oh, in the middle of the song there.
Yeah.
Hang on, is any other streaming services listening? Yeah, that's a sample. That's straight out of Oh man, my head cold is getting to my memory bank here. It's
shit.
From The Sopranos. Paulie's standing in there, and my head's not working. The
That's
young guy
in
in The Sopranos, he's laying there in the hospital bed, and you know he's talking about life, and he's feeling a bit sorry for himself. And Paulie comes in, and gives this speech, and I love Paulie. Paulie like brings up the room because he just like says dumb shit, you know. But I like his
I
like
that.
I don't know. I always liked him as a character because it's like he's very much like he just walks in and says what he wants to say and doesn't really have any regard for is this even gonna, you know, what the guy needed was to someone to sit down and like have a D&M and hold his hand, but no, he just went on a rant and had a speech and I connect to that. Like sometimes I do that. I just like get on a rant and get a bit excited and then go, this is not the time, Tom.
I like it. No, hell yeah. Oh, that's so dope. That's dope. That's great context, man. I like it. I like it. Even though I hated hearing "Don't Stop Believing" for like a couple years after that, like, yo, don't remind me of the blackout. Enlighten. Let's go interlude. So you want to stop it after this? This is not one of those that I should roll into the next song. We'll talk about it after.
Play the interlude, and then we'll talk about then we can talk about the album name, I suppose.
The power of nothingness is a state of consciousness transcending ordinary perspective, found through spiritual and mental refinement. A delicate balance between mastery of a martial art and spiritual perfection. It is the power to act without being attached to emotions and thought, free of fear, anger, pride, and ego. To draw upon the contents of one's heart intuitively without obstacle and hesitation. To be aware of the vast world and know one's place and meaning within it. And flow with all of creation without the need of doubt and desire. When fully enlightened, a master of the power of nothingness can really fuck up your day.
Yeah. Interlude, but also kind of title track, almost.
Yeah. And that's the summary of the album. You know, the album is both serious and has a lot of heavy topics, but it's done in a comical fashion, and it's meant to sound fun, and also you have to. How do I even explain this? Like, I didn't want to try and I made the album for me, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to please anyone with anything I'm writing here. I'm not trying to. I just made art for the sake of making art, and that's sort of the name comes from Street Fighter. That's what the power of nothingness is. If you Google power of nothingness, it's from Street Fighter.
What is it? Is it new Street Fighter shit?
Do you know who?
Because
do you know who Akuma is?
Yeah.
But there's Akuma and Guken.
Basically,
like
fucking
the two,
gangster ass, right? Yeah.
No. So Guken, I think it's pronounced, and Akuma are like the two, the forces of good and evil. The two, I think they're actual brothers. I think one's adopted. Anyway, Akuma's the bad one, and he goes off and meditates and finds the. I don't know how to translate it. They call it something.
So this is like part of their storyline in the game, or whatever.
And this is why he can beat everyone. And then Goken teaches Ryu how to use the power of nothingness, which is, I think in the game they call it the Munoken, but that doesn't translate correctly. So at the start of the album, when I say the little character goes, "Welcome," which is power of nothingness. And you know, but also has a lot of.
I would not have known that.
Yeah, there you go. If you watch Street Fighter, the there's one on YouTube. I'll send it to you later. There's a Street Fighter movie, like a real live action one, all about it. It's really good, and you can just watch it on YouTube because I think it was like a fan made movie.
I've only
Anyway,
seen the one
that's what-
with Van Damme playing Guile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That
And,
shit was wild. That movie
Australia
was wild.
represent. Australia represent. We had Kylie Minogue in there as Gammy.
That's
Yeah,
right. Ooh, shout out Kylie
Yeah.
Minogue.
I watched that the other
Yes.
week. I started watching some other movie on, I don't know, on Netflix. It was such trash. I just turned it off. I was like, I'm watching some classics, and I watched that film with Van Damme. Yeah,
Yeah, it is a classic. I would imagine if I tried to show someone now, they'd be like, "What the fuck is this?" But you know, Van Damme and Kylie Minogue. How can you go wrong?
Man.
I can't get her out of my head.
And Chun Li. Oh, just give me a moment to just think about Chun Li. Anyway,
classic. But yeah, but I'm not. I'm
just like a dude.
yeah.
It's like painted him green. Remember that? He's like in a tank the whole film. He's just a green dude in a tank. He's not. Then they're like, we're pumping him full of anabolic steroids, and he gets out, and he's just like the same dude with like more hair.
Yeah. They thought they were killing it back then, man. I liked it, and the old like Mortal Kombat, or especially Annihilation, like the bad one. I'm like, I enjoy watching those goofy. But anyways, send me this shit because I'm stoked to see how like even this connects to your album. Obviously, I know Akuma. I like to fight with him because he's a badass and he uses Ken and Ryu moves, but I wouldn't have known like the story and shit. So that's dope. That's crazy.
Yeah, so they're all from the same school. That's why they all have similar technique. Yeah. Give me 1 second.
Mitch said, "Send that link out to everyone. We got to see that." Mitch wants it too.
In the next song break, I'll do that. But that's sort of where the. Sorry, 1 second, Sunday.
What is it? Is that an animal or a child?
It's a child.
Ooh, sorry for interrupting your papa.
Sorry, guys. 1 second. Very nice. I'll come look at the second again.
Look at him apologizing to us about taking care of his mini. Don't apologize. We're sorry for taking up the dad. Damn it.
No, they got me a coffee, and my daughter's drawn a beautiful picture of her little brother. So I had to have a quick look. You know,
awesome.
Yeah, so that's the idea. You know, I mean, the power of nothingness is through finding oneself and ignoring hate in the world, ignoring, irrelevant pressures and things like that. You know what I mean? It's all about finding peace. And so there's this... But that's exactly what I wanted the album to feel like. You know what I mean? It's serious. You know, I wanted to display that, you know, we need to get better as people. You know, we should look at ourselves and things like that, and and heal ourselves and find forgiveness and things like that. But also, it's just a move on Street Fighter, guys. You know what I mean?
I love
it. Seriously, you know what I mean? You got to have the balance. I see so many people that are always trying to like min-max their lives. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I haven't eaten a piece of cake in 16 years, and it's like, you're missing out there, man. Like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Look after yourself, but also like life should be fun. It should be funny, and it should be messy. And so that's the idea of the album. Does that make sense?
It does to me. I'm right on, man. Like, yeah. I think that. Again, that's I don't know if dichotomy is the word or just the balance and all that. Yeah, I think that's so important. It's close.
I don't know what dichotomy means. I'll Google that after. Look, this is perfect because I'm about to, while we play the next song, I'm going to send everyone the link to Street Fighter the movie on YouTube and then Google dichotomy. And that's exactly what this album is, you know. Let's have some fun and let's learn something.
That's it. Power of nothingness.
Should we kick it? That's right. Should we kick into Blessed? That's by myself and MN Capo.
Yeah. Who?
Produced
yeah.
by
Let's
Osprey
play
Mosey
it.
again.
Let's play it first, and then I'll plug after. Yeah. This is another Mosey. This is Blessed featuring
MM Capo.
Capo. I'll look up the Instagram. All right, here we go.
Alright, I'm blessed. Who's next? Drinking water, feeling well with the lime zest. That's right. I say more when I rhyme less. Making every second count, no watch cause I'm timeless. Keep the ligaments compressed. I'm working out all the time, got the muscles feeling convexed. I write a line in my codex. Got a duffel on my back, never knowing where I go next. Cause the soul is too complex. I lace up for the two-step, no crew, I do rap. If you see me out of context, you might think that I'm rude, I'm just doing what I do best. Hit the stew when I do flex, here to make a movement, and in the mirror is a contest. Point of view is a suplex, now you know I am blessed. Hey brother, maybe you're next.
Yes, I'm in my zone, in my element. Get the pen and I'm taking my dose of medicine. If life's a cycle, then I'm pedaling. And if another door opens, I'm stepping in to collect the win. See, excellence takes a whole lot of groundwork. 10 toes deep in the earth, was underground first. Yeah, but I still rep the style right. Remember this verse like a wild night. Snare snapping like a super crocodile bite. Kick a freestyle, I see her smiling the whole night. Shit, I stay blessed every paycheck. Even when it's less, I've been learning how to complain less. Yes, 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 yes. Spitting on this mic no matter how late it gets. I wouldn't say that I'm one of the best, but put me to the test and you're bound to be impressed.
Sick. Sick.
That's right.
Can you feel it? Feel it?
Sick. Homeboy has a sick delivery, sick bars, man. MN Capo at MNCAPPO on Instagram. Hell yeah.
Yeah. He's also Newborn Noise. He's a beat maker as well and an amazing audio engineer. MN Capo is also, I think you can link one, like you go on the bio of one and find the other. But Newborn Noise, watch his finger drumming videos because they're absolutely astounding.
Yeah, it's not directly in his shit. You guys need to learn how to let us find your shit easier, man. Well, whatever. I guess you go onto his site and then. Anyways, just follow MNCAPPO and then check it out. Damn, there's no way to get to this beat making site, but anyway.
Seven said Capo went so smooth with it. Yeah, you're not wrong, bro.
Is he Aussie?
Yeah, he's from Queensland.
He's from out there. Sick.
He's an amazing. Yeah, and he's always got this like positive vibe to him, and I was like, who's the guy for this track? And again, like I always like to sit and meditate on these things and go, who's the person for this? And he was just the one. And I'm so blessed that every person that I messaged that I was like, this is who I want on this song, everyone was like, yep, let's do it. Like,
you're a very likable guy, man.
You and all the other people. Look, and that helps. It really does. Like, I try and just be, I'm real open and honest with people, and I try and be nice to people, and and then people want to work, and they also know that I've got good work ethic. I'm not gonna, dude. I'm not gonna shame someone here, but I have 2 verses that I did 2.5 years ago. That every 6 months I messaged it and I'm like, is this song coming out? He's like, yeah, it's happening, man. I'm like,
it's verses that you've given to someone, and
where are they? You know what I mean? Like, people know when you work, people know that if they work with me, things are going to happen. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think it's a bit of both, but you got to be nice to your peers.
Yeah.
There's no value in being cocky or anything like that. And yeah, Capo's a super nice guy. We hadn't really talked. We'd had a lot of banter on just like I comment on his stuff sometimes, and
Yeah.
but I never really messaged him. And so I messaged him and I said, like, I got this track and it's just got this positive vibe, and yeah, and it just worked out well. And because he's a producer as well, he was great. He was just, I sent him the beat raw, and then I said to him, "Here's my verse. I'm probably going to put some scratching in there, and then have you." And I got his verse back. I had it with it. I actually had the scratching in between us both, and he said to me, "He goes, nah, it's way nicer without it." You know what I mean? Like just straight from you straight into me, and then we'll scratch at the end of it. And I was like,
Scratching
"Yeah,
at the
cool." So I
end.
cut. Yeah, I just cut all the scratches out in the middle, and he was so right. Like it's under 2 minutes. It's a short song, but it feels right like that, and it's kind of cool working with another producer who can, as long as you're both open enough to not take it too personally.
Yeah. That's
And,
it. You gotta
yeah,
suck up the ego when you're collaborating, man. Like we're on the same team, trying to make the best piece together. I know that it doesn't happen. The rappers just a lot of the egos are just fucking titanium, and they're unbreakable. But yeah, when you're collaborating, like you guys are trying to. Yeah, what up?
I even re-EQ'd the snare. I re-EQ'd the snare because he's like snare snapping like a super crocodile bite. I was like, better make it snap more.
Oh,
You know what I
interesting.
mean? Like,
yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like that too. I know unfortunately that sometimes people, and I don't know why, because I've never been like, no, I don't want to do that, or that's too much work, or whatever, when I'm like editing collaborations or whatever with it. But I know sometimes people, I don't know, hesitate to tell me, and I'll be like, bro, there's no too nitpicky or whatever. You're not gonna offend me. We're in the same direction on this. We're trying to both make the best thing possible. And yeah, I've gone to people and been like, dude, I made an executive decision on this at the end because it just wasn't sounding cool to me or whatever, and let me know what you think. And then they'll be like, I was thinking about telling you the whole time, I just like didn't want to say anything. Like, no, you gotta say these things, man. Like, we working together, bro. Yeah, so
yeah.
But that's perfect. You sound great with him. You sound, I mean, also that probably adds to kind of the organicness of how you sound with your collabs. You sound good with the collabs. Taking me out because it's weird to talk about just me, but you sound great with Prompt 7X and MN Capo, and who else did you have on here? Yeah.
Well, I think as a producer, you've got to sometimes look past who do I want to work with. I hear a lot of people say, oh, it would be good to work with this person for like strategic reasons and things like that, but they don't always sound right on the track. You know what I mean? There's a stack of people that I've been chatting to and I've got good relationships with. I've never done a track with because I've just never had the right track for them. You know what I mean? It's
same here.
And for anyone watching that's like, why haven't we done something? That's probably why. Like, I just haven't found that pocket where I'm like, he's the guy for that. You know what I mean? Or she's the girl for that. You know what I mean? I just haven't found that spot. And that's all it is. Like I said, every person I picked, wasn't just that I thought that they could nail the topic. It was that I thought they'd sound good too,
100%. And people can't take offense to that either. 'Cause like you said, there's people who I'm way closer to that are MCs that I have yet to collab with, and I've collabed with like people who I met 3 months ago and who I've barely talked to. But yeah, it has to be right. And sometimes if you're closer to the people, then also, for me, it's like, I got to make sure it's right, a different kind of right, because we are even that much closer and I know you that much better and I know how this should be. So yeah, throw the egos out, folks.
Speaking of which, this next track, Magic Book, like Jerome's so easygoing. And when it comes to like mixing his stuff, he's just like, here's the beat. And I say this not only from this track, but from working on the whole Stanky and Clutch 2 album with him. I have swapped out whole drum beats. I've hit him up and been like, yo, this drum beat doesn't work for this because as a producer, you know what I mean? I'm having a sonic issue with this, and he's like, "Oh yeah."
Like
Now I
those
tell him,
drums
he
are
goes,
too
"Yeah, I can hear it.
lo-fi or something, and
I'll come back to you." Yeah, like with me and Prom, I said to Prom, I said, "Yo, this track, it's not the drums aren't slapping enough. They need to slap more." He was like, "Yeah, you're right." And so I just told Jerome, I was like, "Yo, I need drums that slap more." You know what I'm saying? Um, and I need the hat just to just be here. And he was like, "Yeah, I feel you, I get you," and he did it. And this, like, I changed a bunch of stuff on this beat, not because I needed to, but it just like worked. And
yeah,
he's just like, "Yeah, cool, man. As long as the song sounds great in the end," and that
yeah,
takes a great
yeah,
beat maker to not have that ego as well. I think, you know, to go, "Yeah, I still made the beat. Just because someone messed with it a little bit, doesn't mean I didn't make that beat." Like and that's where collaboration really comes in. And I think that's sometimes hard when you're the rapper and the producer. You know what I mean? Because on it's not like I've got another mixing engineer somewhere messing with his beat. Like I'm doing it myself, and then I'm like,
yeah,
yeah. But
yeah,
everyone on this album is like that. Everyone's just like, "Yeah, do what you want. It's yours now." Same with like when I did
yeah.
Enlightenment. Like I said to Mosey, I said, "Are you okay with me using your beat as just like an interlude?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, that's fine." Like,
Sick,
yeah,
sick. Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, that's a very vital and powerful part of the album, even if it's 50 seconds and no bars. You know, like it's important and it
yeah,
works. And yeah, Duffy is fucking. He's in one of the. He has the right mind state as a producer. For I've probably done over 50 drum Duffy songs or whatever, whether it's like Jew's album or someone or whatever. I've done a bunch of them, and
yeah,
probably majority of them I've like replayed. I've played bass over it or swapped out drums on them because yeah, sometimes they just maybe need to hit harder or whatever. But yeah, he's all for the win. He's all for the whatever sounds better. And really his mastery is picking and chopping samples. You know, that's a
yeah,
sport that I'm jealous of. Like I used to sample way more, and then somewhere down the line, I guess I convinced myself like, oh, you can't sell samples or whatever, which like clearly you can. Clearly everyone is sampling all kinds of shit and not getting in trouble or getting their
yeah,
careers broken. But you know, yeah, I miss it, and I love Masters of the Chop, Duffy, Blonde Jew. You know, they're super
yeah,
creative with their choices. And yeah, and there's people in our community, producers who I've worked with, or MCs who also think they're producers who I've worked with. Who I'll be like, yo, I just swapped out the snares because maybe like your snares were like a little sunk or a little too lo-fi in the context of the thing, and they'll be like, yo, yeah, I don't really like when people say that shit. Like, yeah, I mean, like, if you could just like switch it back, I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? I'm on your team. I'm just trying to
yeah,
help, but so it is what it
yeah.
is.
But then you're not getting the best song
I
because people
know,
aren't listening to the snare. They're listening to the rap, and if the snare's in the way of the rapper,
I know.
that's nah.
I've
But
asked
anyway,
I've asked to be like, I'll do this for you, but you gotta take my name off the credits because your input or your denying my input is like, I maybe don't even vouch for this song at this point, you know. But people ego even
yeah,
allows them to feel like that's okay too. I'll be like, all right, cool, whatever, all right. Gotta be easy, man.
Magic. Let me tell you about Magic Book. So Magic Book is a bunch of references to like video games and card games and anime, and it has got some
Nerd.
references for like if you played like, yeah, I don't know, you know, like Magic the Gathering or like Dungeons and Dragons or
Yeah.
Heroes of Might and Magic and all that sort of, it's just a bunch of nerdy stuff.
I
But I
know.
tried
I
to
got.
make it sound like bars. You know what I mean? And I told Jerome, I said, look, because I heard that, and this whole album, I always let the beat really like tell me what to do. And this, I heard it, and I was like, I don't know what the actual sample's saying. Well, I do now actually, because I've got that. I I know where it's from, but it sounds to me like magic book, magic die. And I went, okay. You know, I'm sitting there thinking I'm the dungeon master in Dungeons and Dragons.
And shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
And so that's what it's about. And it's amazing. I've had so many people message me like, yo, magic book is a vibe. And I'm like, some people are like, yo, I caught this reference, and other people are like, I caught this reference I didn't even mean to put it there. So I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about, but yeah, sure. And other people are just like, yo, that's a vibe, and they don't even. I'm like, I know these people are not into Magic card games, but they just, you know. So I did my job there as a rapper to combine those two things. I think to make it sound swag.
Yeah. But appeal to nerd culture.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a bit of a nerd, so.
Hell yeah. I don't know anything about it, but I don't hate. I got friends that I've had my whole life who's 38, 37, whatever, and you know, still play D&D, still Magic the Gathering. My homie Al like goes to like international Magic the Gathering tournaments, like grown man shit, you know, and like makes money and stuff. So I don't hate. I've never really dove into it, but 'tis what it is, man. For sure.
Good for him. I can't wait for my kids to be old enough to play it, because then I can just have an excuse to do it again.
Yeah, man. It exists, and yeah, they opened like a new spot over here in like West LA, kind of by Santa Monica, and it's just a place where adults go to play like Magic and to play like, it's a big ass nerd house, you know what I mean? But this chick I was talking to was into it, and so we went and checked it out. Like, this is wild. I don't hate, I don't judge. Anyone who's passionate about some shit like that, man. Let's go. Magic book, my bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the room for 30 seconds while you play it, alright?
Alright. Let's all make fun of the nerds while he's gone, you know what I mean? Oh shit, he's still here. Nerd. Magic book.
I fear that fool may have found something in the palace that led to his doom. No one has seen him since.
Magic book with the magic die. That's right. I'm doing numbers when I cook. I take the chips and then I stack them high. I'm causing havoc, which is the trick of light. I move the rook across the board with my telekinetic third eye. Conjure a liquid sword, the blade sharp. Siobhan Dragon, I made it out the stream from a school of dull car. I break the rules, I got big dreams. I gotta make it by any means necessary. And that's how kings start. I might just sacrifice a black lotus. I'm playing nice with the dice. I'm building packs until I find my focus. I'm undisputed, you better step back. I might just bend a whack rapper to my will with all my hocus pocus. You're looking at a pariah. I got desires, and the crowd be going silent when I'm walking across the fire. In harsh times we see more tragedy and violence. They call it black magic, but it's merely a wicked science. That's right. I got my magic book, I got my magic die. And I can make a mountain move with my third eye. That's right. I got my magic book, I got my magic die. You wanna see a trick? And I can make a mountain move. This is the missing psalm. 100 hands slapped with an open palm. I got tiger balm all in my nutsack. I shoot a fireball, chemicals up in the backpack. In fact, that's the alchemist cookbook. Right, paperback. Coming to take my paper back. Butter up on the fat stack. I make tracks, I'm bad news, you know that. I'm in the black room with a Kodak. She sent her nudes on a roll of film. She worth the wait and she know that. TomCat and the monk strike you with an open hand. Get around in 2 vans in a split stance like Van Damme. Disrupt the program. My only pronoun is daddy on the lowdown. If you didn't know, you know now. Jerome Duffy pulling rabbits out of the sleeve. I do perceive some concepts that my mind cannot believe, and I bleed all over the canvas when I need to speak your riddles to convey the unexplainable things I mean. Right. I got my magic book, I got my magic die.
Sounds like the same magic book, magic die.
And I can make a mountain move with my third.
Yeah, I told you, man. That is not at all what they're saying either. I heard
sounds
the
like
original.
it.
I know where it's from.
Oh, you know the original.
Check this out.
I couldn't find this sample in there.
You
pause
said
it there. Yeah, that
it's
Jerome.
the
I don't
end,
know how
right?
he did it. Yeah, that's the end. Oh, you could play the end if you want. There's a little
Is there a
nugget
little?
at the end.
My bad. Let's go.
He seemed quite insane, so I dismissed much of what he said.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The intro and outro samples are from Jaren from Diablo 2, the video game. So, like I said, it's just like laced with samples. Like,
it's dope. I'm not familiar, but that's dope.
Yeah, me and one of my best mates, Paul, we still play that game from like I don't even know when it came out, like the 90s, I think. And so like I put those in there. I was like, he's gonna appreciate these, you know what I mean? But I also thought it was like an appropriate sample because it's like if you don't catch the references and you're just gonna think I'm talking nonsense. So I was like, what an appropriate sample to be like. He seemed quite insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
All of your
idea.
all of the vocal characters and whatever in this thing are it's worth what they're saying, even if you don't know the sample. I thought that the Capicolo was even a sample. Doesn't matter. Like it's perfect. It's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gaki loved this track.
My daughter wants to come in and say hello, so I'm just going to bring her in quickly just to say hello.
Hey.
Hi. Say, look, can you say hi, Sunday? Say it loud. Give him a wave. What's your name? This is Bonnie.
Bonnie, hi, Bonnie.
All right. You can have your lunch, okay? Love you. Say goodbye. Stop poking your tongue out, you weirdo. All right, say bye.
Bye.
You
weirdo. Is she looking at? Oh, she must be looking at the computer screen.
Yeah, she's looking at the stream. Hey, come on. You gotta go now. Shut the door behind you. Thank you.
Look at old Bonnie Cat.
She does a couple of samples on some other albums. You might have heard it on there. So that's and look again. Like I'm just trying to reference things from real life, and like I mentioned the Alchemist Cookbook in there. Did you guys have that? Do you remember that? That was like in the 90s. That was like taboo of like we didn't have the black internet back then, or whatever it's called, the dark web. Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. That like secret internet. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, like
secret
dark
internet.
web.
I'm call it that.
But yeah,
we didn't have that. But that was like, ooh, you can get this thing where you can learn how to make explosives. And I remember being a kid and we were just like blowing stuff up in the garage.
Not me, but I remember the fucking weirdo. I won't say his name, but John Nutman got expelled from our school for building a pipe bomb, and that was the earlier that year. Like he was lugging around this alchemist cookbook or whatever, and that's when I learned about that. But this kid really got expelled from school, building a pipe bomb and shit. Man, that's crazy.
There's just obscure references in there. You know what I mean? As per usual, like. Shoot a fireball, got Tiger Balm on my nutsack. That's not. You ever put Tiger Balm on and forgot to wash it off your hands? You know what I'm talking. There's people out there that are like.
I imagine what it could be. But yeah, that's a.
So there you go. It's a bit of a fun one.
Fairy Wren got flagged for saying chicken nugget. I will not roll with that. Welcome to the room for the first time, Fairy Wren, and I'm sorry that Twitch tried to flag you for saying chicken nugget. That's crazy. Weird.
Oh, that's what my daughter said. Oh, that's my daughter. That's Bonnie. She's out there she's having lunch. She's tuned in on the chat.
Yes, right on. Fairy Wren cat.
That's my wife.
Little Bonnie cat.
Yeah. Oh, also, before we go into the next song, I did Google dichotomy, and you're spot on. That's exactly that. It was a great use of the word.
It's like
Now I'll use
contrast.
it more.
Nice.
Moonwalking. Let me tell you about
Moonwalking.
moonwalking. So
Yeah.
I hit up
Uh-oh.
Dolphin, and I was like, I want a couple of tracks from Dolphin on this album, and he puts his stuff up as like he can scroll through. When he's made a few beats, he puts them on Instagram. You can scroll through and listen to them all.
Oh, sure.
And I had two that I really wanted. I've been I'd saved them, and I was like, I'll come back and ask him later when I'm ready. Because I don't like to sit on things. I like to be like, yeah, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I sat on my hands too long, and one of them, the second one, he had started using, because we've obviously got similar styles and or tastes. Even though he makes them, like, he doesn't use them all for himself. But he said, "Oh, I've used it. Sorry, bro, but I've got something else I just made, and it's up your alley." And this again is sort of like what I was saying about Off Grid Mosey. Like, when people know your style, and he sent me this beat, and I was like, yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
And that is this track. And I heard it. I wrote the chorus like immediately. I think I wrote the whole thing immediately, to be honest. And Dolphin has, the only way to describe it is like, he makes beats like jazz. Like, he has no like, here's where this belongs, and this will make this sound good. He puts things in there that only happen once, and they happen like a third of the way through the verse.
I like that.
And
everything
it's
doesn't have
really
to be like a loop or yeah.
He sends you, the stems come. The song sounds like it's a sample, but it's not. It's 10 different things layered so precisely, yet so wildly. It just, it's a beautiful thing to work with. And it makes you work around him, like we were talking about earlier.
Yep.
Particularly like structure-wise, you'll hear later there's like a forced drop that I didn't put in there, he put in there. And most producers just expect you to put drops in where you want them. No, this was just there. And Defire came in and kicked it off, and it just worked out so well. And again, like, it took me a minute to work out who I wanted on this track, but I knew it was once I was listening to Defire and one of her albums, and I was like, she's it. I went back and listened to the song. I'm like, this is who needs to be on this song. And so I hit her up, and the pieces came together. And I guess the song is sort of like about being yourself and being confident in yourself. And not like, I think it was especially with the internet these days, people are quick to judge you. There's often a lot of negativity. And
whole place.
People are so quick to be. Yeah, the internet's full of negativity, and that's why that's where the chorus came from. When they're looking at me, what they're talking about, like, that's me saying I can project what I want people to think of me. When they're looking at you, what they're talking about, and when they look at themselves, what they're talking about. You know what I mean? If you're going to be this guy projecting negativity, how do you expect people to view you? And then I say, I've been moonwalking, and they don't know nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm off here doing incredible things, and you can judge it if you want to. And I think this applies to anyone doing art. You know what I mean? Like, you're putting a lot of time and effort and soul, mostly, a lot of energy into something. You're moonwalking, you know what I mean? And if people want to judge you, well, yeah, they don't know nothing, because anyone that does know knows, and they're not going to have that sort of. The people who are in the artistic field are usually very, very reluctant to be negative towards other artists, because they know how much it takes.
Oh, you have not been to Los Angeles, California, the home of the hater. But
not really.
But I have heard that or what you hear mostly when anyone leaves LA and hits the road for a tour or goes to play some shows out of town is holy shit. Other people are so nice. Like other artists are so nice. All these other people that I've met are so nice. Yo, this is a town of haters, but it's also like the mecca of entertainment. So you know, it's a you know, it's a battle. But I feel you, man. I feel you. Let's get on Moonwalk. Oh. I know we keep digressing right before jumping in the song, but the last song's producer, Jerome Duffy, just pulled up in the house. What up, Duffy?
Yo, JD. Hey, man.
And 7X says, Tom, take this moment to say TomCat is the best rapper ever. Pew, 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 pew. I wish I had the soundboard.
Thanks, Seven.
Damn, look how dramatic my lighting got. I like it. Okay, that was kind of dramatic, right? I don't like it. All right.
Yo, and can we just when Defier comes in, we got to pay attention because her grit is she drops a heavy man. This is my favorite song on the album, and if that's an amalgamation of things and has less to do with me than it does. I think I would enjoy this song just as much if it was just Dolphin and Defier, like those two, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm happy with what I did, but I loved this beat, and Defier finished it off just amazingly. She really she understood the mission, and yeah, she got some mean bars in there. So let's have a listen, eh?
Let's see. I think that the official beach fireworks show, they moved it back from the 4th of July. They moved it to the day after, so all the regular people could do their shit yesterday. So the fireworks show is going to start in like 30 minutes, but I think we're straight, right? We're straight for 30. It's only this and one more song. Yeah, we're good. Okay, cool. Moonwalking.
Who are you? When they looking at me, what they talking about? And when they looking at you, what they talking about? And when they look at themselves, what they talking about? I've been moonwalking and they don't know nothing. It's right. When they looking at me, what they talking about? And when they looking at you, what they talking about? And when they look at themselves, what they talking about? I've been moonwalking and they don't know nothing. Yeah. Over exaggerated, I am the greatest. I keep my thoughts to myself, but I'm heavily opinionated. Below the belt, and I'm not very well integrated. Buildings on fire, better keep it well ventilated. Time for dinner, gotta shake it and bake it. I may not be a winner, but it taught me how to make it. I move around like a vagrant, right hook fainted. Gonna leave my name on the pavement. I change the game when I pivot. They say that's not cricket. I'm living in the dark like I'm Riddick. I'm taking heat like a trivet. Give it to you straight, turbocharged like a Type R Civic. I make moves with my right arm physics. Standing with the people when the rights aren't given. I self-ignite like a star in the night, and I'm perfectly in time like the moon does pivot. When they looking at me, what they talking about? And when they looking at you, what they talking about? And when they look at themselves, what they talking about? I've been moonwalking and they don't know nothing. It's right. When they looking at me, what they talking about? And when they looking at you, what they talking about? And when they look at themselves, what they talking about? I've been moonwalking and they don't know nothing.
I don't go anywhere, I don't do anything, I don't know anyone, and still I'm the fucking talk of the town. She steady getting love, and I know it's annoying. Niggas soon me get a lawyer, moonwalking like I was miking these pussy niggas Latours. You can't see me, but I'll show you that I'm a killer with motive. I don't need no due process like El Salvador taking orders. Don't even need friends, I win over strangers. Walk into a room alone, but when I leave they could name her. Always getting my money up, but never gonna change up. A dime with 2 cents worth more, make them pay bucks. I know nothing about what they know nothing about. My silence speak volumes and losers are not allowed. They know I live my rap, so every track is a vouch. And the only niggas that doubt probably sleeping on the couch. They're homeless. I got good intentions, but my actions better. These niggas love some misery and living past vendettas. Looking at me, but should be looking where there's backwards letters. Work on yourselves and maybe then you could surpass dilemmas. Big sunshine.
When they looking at me, what they talking about? And when they looking at you, what they talking about? And when they look at themselves, what they talking about? I've been moonwalking and they don't know nothing. It's right. When they looking at me, what they talking about? And when they looking at you, what they talking about? And when they look at themselves, what they talking about? I've been moonwalking
shout out Dolphin on that thing. That thing fucking groovy.
Wild, right?
Effing groovy. Sorry, Mom and Bonnie Cat.
Man, that beat, and like I said, Defier just like killed it. Walk into a room alone, but when I leave, they can name her. I don't even need friends. I win over strangers. Like, damn.
Yeah, the placement was dope too. Just like the album's been dope and stuff, but it's like, what is something that could even add freshness on top of all of this, and like that tone, that, you know, Fire's pen is ridiculous. That tone, it's just a cool additional flavor that you did not expect on this album, you know, sonically or whatever.
Yeah.
It's dope.
Yeah. And I think that's so important too. So many people just put all their hits at the front. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I think I see that a lot. You know, it would have been so easy to put, because it's my favorite song on the album, and I could have put it like right front and center. But it needed to be a balance. You know what I mean? I could have put the sort of harder to digest, no response, 2 a.m. at the back, where it's like there's a little bit heavier topics.
Right.
But I like to bring people back up for the end. You know what I mean? Like, we have a lot of fun. You know, you and I came in with Capicolo, had a lot of fun with it. We're here for a good time. Okay, here's some serious things.
We got
and
dark
here's a bit more fun.
Yep.
Yeah, and take it in a bit of a journey.
Yeah. So it just came off of like the magic. What's that called? The magic. What's it called? Like the one about with the games and the magic and stuff. Like coming off of that and then coming off of this magic book. Yeah. So yeah. Again, for the 20th time tonight, man, your decision making or choice making is invaluable, and people need to learn from that, man. Whether it's sequencing, it's sequencing of the songs, whether it's how you relay bars and what you do with a dark thing to make it not be unlikable and all this stuff, like crazy only save the scratches for the very end, even though most people would have just put them in the middle hook as well, because why not? You know, I have scratches.
Yeah.
All these things, man. All these things. The character
and
voices.
I appreciate you liking my. I'm glad you like my Type R Civic bar too. That's there for the. You know,
it took me to a place. The Type R.
I'm glad. You know, I've been playing a lot of Gran Turismo, and I was like, you know, give it to you straight turbocharged like a Type R Civic. It's a straight turbocharged engine.
Yeah.
Do you guys use the saying "that's not cricket"? I don't know.
Cricket like crickets?
No,
like the bug.
Like the game cricket, like with the bat and ball. No, so when I say I change the game when I pivot, they say that's not cricket. I'm living in the dark like I'm reading. So when you say I didn't know, I wrote it and then I was like, I don't know if people even know what that means in other places. But when you say that's not cricket, it's like that's not how the game's played. You know what I mean? Like, so to say that's not cricket is to say you're doing something I don't know, not right in a sense.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
I guess
you know what I mean?
I hadn't even seen the first time I saw cricket in real life was like a few months ago for my guitar player's birthday, and they pulled it out in his backyard, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like cricket. So I'm months old about even knowing that game. So I definitely never heard that. But
well, there you go. Yeah, we have a lot of weird sayings here, and some of them don't even extend into state. Like, I think we were talking when we were doing the Stanky and Clutch album. Like, we even have separation there. Like, they watch different type of football up north where Impromptu is to what we watch down here. But yeah, I wrote that and recorded it and put it out, and then I was like listening to it, and I was like, I don't think anyone's going to know what that. So that's
all good.
My Australian fans will, but the rest of the world might not. Maybe the English will. I don't know.
Yeah, and they could catch it on Sunday's listening sesh, man. Learn up.
Yeah,
learn
up.
All
all about education. Speaking of taking things good places, the last song is "Hangout." And this is for anyone that likes hanging out, man. You know, this is Mosey sent me this beat and it was wild. And I was like, who is this man? Like, this is one of the earlier beats he sent me. And it was just like, this is so much fun. It has no. It's not to say that it's. The beat is not a boom bap beat at all. It's all like, it's just like real, like, you'll see what I mean in a second. It's super funky and all over the shop. And,
yeah.
And I wanted to have fun with it, and I wanted to be a bit messy. So I just did like a straight 32. I just started yelling at the end. Like I just, like I just didn't want to rap anymore. I was like, I'm just going to yell things at the microphone now. And then we did, this is the one we got a film clip to as well. And I did it at my mate's house. And there's just a bunch of references. I was inspired by Damo, who gets a name drop in here somewhere at the end. Let me pull up the lyrics. But I was at my mate Damo's house. We were sitting on the deck, just like drinking tequila, talking about like how good it is just to be able to like, just like the idea of that. And so then, I've just brought it up. Tequila on the deck with Damo and a blackout. I went round there. We put all the kids to bed. I went round there. We were drinking tequila, and the power went out like all over where we live. So we're just there in the darkness, just chilling.
It's not bad. And the power outage is not bad if you got some tequila and homies.
Yeah, and so that sort of inspired the song. And a lot of the lyrics are just times that we've just been hanging out. And there's a lot of stuff that's just like about nothing, but like inspired by Paul making margaritas with a spiced rim. I actually wrote that wrong originally, and then I rapped it for Paul, and I said, "Yo, you got to mention." He's like, "Dude, I don't know." It was Paul making mojitos with a spiced rim, and Paul's like, "I don't know how to make a mojito." I was like, "What were you drinking?" I was like 2 Sundays ago we were drinking mojitos. He's like, "Nah, man, they were margaritas with the spiced rim." I was like, "Oh."
We don't
so
have
I went and rewrote it and re-recorded. I went and re-recorded it. I was like, I can't be wrong, man. I can't get these facts wrong.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, everything I say is like, it's from my real life, but it's also like you could see them as throwaway lines, but you get to know a little bit about me when you listen to my music. You know what I mean? So I try and make sure it is accurate.
It's important. I'd be like, if someone wrote a bar about hanging out with me and we were taking gin shots, I'd be like, it was whiskey, and I would never drink gin. I hate fucking gin, you know? Like, so you got to change it, bro. Like, it wasn't gin.
Don't misrepresent me. Don't misrepresent me. One of my favorites in here is 6 people in the 5-seater. Put your feet up on the heater. Patty woke up just for the finger licking bucket. Cause a ruckus. Everybody in my circle, keep it low budget. And this is a reference to a time we were coming back from the city, and we were in a station wagon and forgot there was a dude in the boot of the station wagon. So we all pull up at like KFC at 4:30 in the morning, and they're closing, and they gave us these like 3 buckets of chicken. They're like, "We're closing, just take all the chicken." And so we got like 3 buckets of chicken, and and this head just pops up from the back of the car. Like, we forgot this dude was in there, and he just like woke up to have some chicken and went back to sleep in the boot of the car.
This sounds like legendary times, man. Yeah.
And so that's what the bar is, and all these things like just come from just different moments in life, but it's also about nothing. You know what I mean? Like, and that's kind of the power of nothingness.
That's it.
It's about it.
That's perfect.
You know, real life is a bunch of things strung together.
So, is the video the whole thing, or is there like it's the whole song, right?
How about, should we just play the song and we'll just I'll link the video somewhere. I don't know. Look, the
You sure? I have the video. You'd rather play the Whatever
the
you want to
video
do.
doesn't have the whole song. The video
Yeah,
doesn't have the outro in it. So
yeah, right.
my
It's
little
I
character
thought it
from the
was like
start,
yeah.
it doesn't have the character in it.
All right, we'll play this. We'll play the song. I'll play the song and run the video after. It deserves to be seen. It's you guys did a clean ass job on the video. Fuck it, I'll run the song.
All right.
Unless you don't want to, but I'll run the song first. We'll run the audio. I got 17 minutes before fireworks start going crazy.
Oh, no, do you want to just play the video then?
We're fine. It's a
short. It's
2 minute song. Yeah, we're fine. We good. Let's check it out. This is Hanging Out.
Yo.
Hanging Out.
Yo, can I say some things, please? I gotta lean when I walk, get out in my knee. I mean what I talk when I'm out on the scene. That girl looking thick, how she fitting in jeans. Looking so ripe like a fit aubergine that's an eggplant. Right. Tell me where my head at, covert surveillance. Put it on a Kodak, jet black on the cheekbones. Sneak up to your crib in a car made of full chrome. Paul making margaritas with a spiced rim. I was upstairs trying to do a bad thing. Bad timing, pretty good at rhyming. Kinda just a weirdo, and I say things. Be a doll, put the doll in the mortar. I could ride this beat till I get rigor mortis. Caught a vibe in the corner of the bar. Real nice aura, but that's not what I ordered. 6 people in the 5-seater. Put your feet up on the heater. Patty woke up just for the finger licking bucket. Cause a ruckus. Everybody in my circle keep a low budget. It's all love, one blood. Keep your dirty hands off me. I don't want no free hugs. Nice guy, but a mean thug. Known to do a little dance with them 12-ounce gloves. Check the footwork. Me and Honey do the slow dance. Dress code in the crib, no pants. I'm not known for the romance. Hit the nappy dog out on my back like no hands. I just put my damn back out. Tequila on the deck with Damo in a blackout. Exotic cheese from the market. All we really wanna do is eat right and hang out. That's right. This is freestyle poetry, designed to be interpreted, invoke sensations. This is a hot summer morning kind of vibe. This is a hate your job, but still gotta get paid. Thinking about the heinous things you're gonna do with your money type vibe. You're listening to Off-Grid Mosey and TomCat, wishing you a lovely day. Stay true, stay you. That's right.
Gee willikers, that was a really fun time. I'm still not really sure what a Muno Hadu is, or what the power of nothingness is, but that was a bunch of nice stories. Thanks for stopping by, everybody.
Yeah, easy. That's cake. What a. It's almost like a nice exhale. Just a good energy to close out everything that this thing has been through, man. Like you said, I guess you kind of explained it prior, but that is the vibes.
Yeah.
Oh, hold up. Fuck it.
And some songs like. The whole idea of hanging out and when you're hanging out, you're improvising life, and that's how I sort of felt about the song. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be weird to put a chorus in this. You know what I mean? That's why I was like, I'm not putting a chorus. Like, I'm just gonna start yelling at the end. You know what I mean?
The outro talk is great. I suck at that kind of stuff. That was dope. It was dope.
Yeah, and look, it's not for everybody. But if you ever got a track and you want me to just yell at the end of it for you, you hit me up.
Yes, I will.
Sort of
I will. I sound stupid when I do that shit. You killed it. You killed it, man. Yeah. I might have to hit up Mosey too, man. Or that guy's crazy.
Dude, he's an amazing producer. He's starting his own label at the moment, and he's doing all kinds of things. So we're going to hear more from him, definitely.
Nice,
but yeah,
nice.
I just thought it was just a great way to finish the album too. It could have quite easily been a filler track, but I just felt like it was such a great way to end it. And I had the space to put that little character in the end there.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and the film clip. I went in with the same sort of thing. I literally went round to my mate's house. We were going around there, and I said, "You camera charged?" He's like, "Yeah, bro." He's like, "Why?" I was like, "We're doing a film clip." And he's like, "What put it about? We haven't briefed it. He's done a bunch of stuff for me in the past. My mate Fabry does amazing stuff, but I was like, don't worry about it. I'll brief you when we're there." And I just, I said, I'm bringing tequila, and we'll go from there. And that's what we did. We just like literally, and he was like, "Do you want me to move?" So when you watch the video, there's like, it's just me. Like the kitchen's got stuff all over it from when we were like making food,
I love it.
and part of it, I'm like rapping next to a chainsaw. He's like, "Do you want me to move the chainsaw?" I'm like, "Nah, leave the chainsaw there." Like, I was like, I want it fully organic. This is, this. If you were hanging out with me, it looks exactly like the film clip. That's sort of what we were doing.
Yeah, probably came out better than if you were to plan. Like, I love hardcore planning out video shoots before I do them. Just as much as I love being like, we'll figure it out on the spot. And it's usually due to like lack of budget or some on the spot shit like, look, do we have a camera? Let's just do it here, But no, either way, like I like both ways equally the same, man. Just there's some magic that can be had in some of that on the spot. Let's just hit record, bruh. Like, no, we won't clean up the set. Like it'll. That's all this stuff's supposed to be here or whatever. I like it. I think what I'm gonna do is say goodbye, and then we'll play the video out. And when the video ends, I'll close it out. So
let's do that. Yeah,
I think what a great time. TomCat new album, The Power of Nothingness, available everywhere, featuring a bunch of killers. Produced by a bunch of killers. I love it. Find him at TomCat Music Insta. We've plugged everyone kind of throughout the way. I'm still gonna do it real quick because I think it's necessary. At Defia, at DAPHYA, at MNCAPPO, at MN Capo. There's Duffy produced at Jerome Duffy ADOS. Dolphin Jones, the producer, is at dolphin.jones. Off-Grid Mosey is his is at OFFGR1DMOZZY. And then Just Jared is just JAREDBEATS, Just Jared Beats. Impromptu, the featured MC is at IMPROMPTU.MC. 7X is at 7X dot play dot 7X dot playtime page as it's spelled and how it's spelled. I think that's everyone. Is that everyone that was on this thing?
I think so.
I think I got it. Sweet, man. And
you forgot. I think you're not counting you. Did you forget you?
Oh, and High Sunday at High Sunday Music on Instagram. At High Sunday Please here on Twitch. Yeah, man. Another incredible project. I was honored to meet you guys officially for the Stanky and Clutch listening sesh. This is more of the same, man. Just brilliant, seasoned MC making great decisions, which is just something that not enough MCs think about or even take into consideration. The flow of this is crazy. The two bookends are perfect. I love it, man. Thank you for doing this. Do you have anything? I know we just plugged. All we did here was plug your thing, but do you have anything you want to plug? What people need to look out for, or whatever? Find you.
Look, I just want to say thank you to everyone in the chat turning up. A Gaki, that the voice does sound like Rick and Morty. It's actually Rocky and Bullwinkle is where I got the inspiration for the voice from.
Yes,
I'm not great at voices, but I could do that one. And look, I appreciate everyone listening. I'm not super active on the social, so I apologize. I replied to like 4 reels last night. I'm real slow on it, but I do appreciate you all, and I do love jumping on there occasionally and reading it and commenting and all that. And if you watch the video, please go on there and leave some comments. I love seeing that stuff. It makes my day when it pops up. Yeah, and thank you to you, Sunday. Like, thanks for having me. I love this, and we're definitely going to do a Stanky Clutch too.
I can't wait.
You know, for those tuning in, I said to Sunday when he said, "Do you want to do a listening session?" I said, "Man, let's do it when it drops live. Let's, you got the best chat room on the internet. Let's do it." And he was like, "Tom, you can't. It's the 4th of July when your album drops. That's kind of a major holiday here." And I had completely forgotten about that. I just picked a date and just did it.
We could have, personally, I could have, but we wouldn't have heard each other. It's just fireworks all evening, and
people wouldn't have. People would have struggled to tune in. So
that too, yeah.
But yeah, we'll chat again soon. But yeah, thank you to you, and thank you to everyone that supports. It's so cool to, I can jump on 24 hours a day on and see, because with the power of the internet now, you can see people streaming your album. And that's such a cool thing, you know what I mean? I went to go to bed last night. I was doing my teeth. I was like, I wonder how my album's doing. I popped it open. It was like 2 people are listening. Like right now, somewhere in the world, 2 people are pumping my album. And that's such a cool thing. You know what I mean?
Probably Sunday in Los Angeles, California. I might have been one.
I don't know. What was 11 for me last night? I don't know what that was for you. But you don't sleep, so who knows? Anyway,
they're starting to get rowdy out there. I can hear.
How do we do this film clip, man?
Okay, yeah. So if that's it, then thanks, TomCat. Oh, and I missed. We got a first-time chat room. I'm assuming it's one of your people, but Planet Jamie says, "Amazing album. Really enjoyed the stream too. Sunday had me laughing my tits off. TomCat, you a legend. I love it. Welcome, welcome to the chat. I'll be on this chat every Sunday for Sunday on Sunday, and then you could catch me really soon again with TomCat on here. We'll be with Impromptu MC for the next Stanky and Clutch project. I can't wait. And that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to play the music video for Hangout, and when it ends, I'm going to cut the stream. So we're out. Bye. I love you guys. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Hopefully this is smooth. I said, hopefully this is smooth. Where did it go? All right. I know I got you something. Oh, here it is. Boom and boom. There we go.
Yo, can I say some things, please? I gotta lean when I walk, get out in my knee. I mean what I talk when I'm out on the scene. That girl looking thick as she fitting in jeans, looking so ripe like a fit aubergine that's an eggplant. Right. Tell me where my head at, covert surveillance, put it on a Kodak. Jet black on the cheekbones, sneak up to your crib in a car made of full chrome. Paul making margaritas with a spiced rim. I was upstairs trying to do a bad thing, bad timing, pretty good at rhyming, kinda just a weirdo. And I say things, be a doll, put the doll in the mortar. I could ride this beat till I get rigor mortis. Caught a vibe in the corner of the bar, real nice aura, but that's not what I ordered. 6 people in the 5-seater, put your feet up on the heater. Patty woke up just for the finger licking bucket, cause a ruckus. Everybody in my circle keep a low budget. It's all love, one blood. Keep your dirty hands off me, I don't want no free hugs. Nice guy, but a mean thug. Known to do a little dance with them 12-ounce gloves. Check the footwork, me and Honey do the slow dance. Dress code in the crib, no pants. I'm not known for the romance. Hit the nappy dog out on my back like no hands. I just put my damn back out. Tequila on the deck with Damo in the blackout. Exotic cheese from the market. All we really wanna do is eat right and hang out. That's right. This is freestyle poetry.
That's right.
Designed to be interpreted, invoke sensations. This is a hot summer morning kind of vibe. This is a hate your job, but still gotta get paid. Thinking about the heinous things you're gonna do with your money type vibe. You're listening to Off-Grid Mosey and TomCat
Wishing you a lovely day. Stay true, stay you. That's right.
Yes. Cheers, everybody. We out, we out, we out. Go subscribe, go follow, go like. So sick. Yeah. Shout out TomCat, gifting a sub. 7X got a sub. Let's go. All right, all right, all right. All right, we out.